What's dumber than a box of rocks? I'll tell you shortly. Hi, welcome back to the Artifact series. My name is Cindy Shebley, and I promise not to keep you waiting much longer for the answer to what's dumber than a box of rocks. I used to have a boss that we lovingly referred to as being dumber than a box of rocks. I'm pretty sure everybody's had that kind of boss. But that's not the answer to the riddle. My answer to the riddle is taking petrified wood from the Petrified Forest, which brings me to today's photo shoot. I plan on photographing this rock. Brad has written his name on it, and when I picked it up at an estate sale, I believed that it was petrified wood. But now that I look at it, especially from what I understand is on the edges or on the ends of the rocks, you can actually see growth rings if it's real petrified wood. So this may just be a layered sandstone kind of rock that just looks like petrified wood, and kind of explains why it was still at the estate sale when I got there, because I know rock hounds will get to an estate sale the night before if there's any good rocks to be had. But that leads me to my my conundrum today, or my big challenge for the day. I want to photograph this petrified wood brochure, especially this little insert from the petrified wood that is about not taking petrified wood from the forest. And it was written in, or it was drawn in 1952. And it said, the punchline is, in 1975, there was a petrified forest. And that kind of rings to me, or speaks to me, because I graduated from high school in 1975. That's how old I am. So I want to take the brochure, or the little comic strip, and the rock with Brad's name on it and photograph it. I am envisioning a top-down, lay flat, flat lay, however you say that, kind of photograph. So one of the challenges being that I'll have to make this rock look like it could be petrified wood if it's not. And I want to be sure that I get Brad's signature on the bottom of it. That's the whole thing that is interesting to me in my Artifact series. And it will be a macro shot probably, so I'm going to have a real narrow depth of field. So the other thing that I'm going to have to do or be aware of is that the focus planes will be in two different spots. So I'll probably have to take two pictures and merge them together in post-production. One focusing on Brad's signature and the rock, and the other on the lower plane of the comic. But we'll see how it goes when I get it set up. So that's what's on the agenda for today. Let's get this studio set up and see what we can come up with. So let's do rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3. Now that the studio's set up, let's get the rock, the comic, and my camera in position. I'm going to try some sand for a background for this desert setup. As you can see here, I've got a Westcott light. It's got no diffusion on it at all. It's very harsh light, and it's shining down on the rock. And there is kind of a harsh shadow here, which is okay. I wanted to make this look like a harsh desert scene, like it could be midday sun in the desert. So that's what I was actually aiming for, and that's what this does for me. Now I had to mess around with the light placement quite a bit to make sure that I wasn't getting shadows on any of the comic graphic here. I wanted to make sure that we could see that really well. So that's my thinking. Right behind you is a big old Westcott with a huge softbox on it, and it is providing a little bit of fill light. All right, I think I'm ready to start taking this picture. I'm using a Canon 6D Mark II today, along with the macro 100mm lens. I love this lens. It has such a sharp focus. It's just one of my favorite lenses of the Canon lineup. Now there's a couple things that I need to be aware of. One is that to make sure that I get all of the comic in, I'm having to go fairly far out, which leaves some of the tray that I was using to keep the sand off of everything. It shows some of the corners of it. So what I ended up doing was putting a little bit of sand down there so that I can clone out the imperfection when I get it into my photo editing software. And the other thing is, even though I'm shooting at f8, the plane of focus is not going to give me sharp focus on both Brad's name and the comic strip below. So what I need to do is to take a picture focusing on Brad's name, and then take a picture of the comic book in sharp focus, and then merge them together in Photoshop. So let's hit the shutter release button. Are you ready? Let's go. Well, I hope you liked it. I'm going to add it to my artifacts portfolio. If you'd like to see more from the collection, I'll leave a link down below. Meanwhile, I'm going to sign off, and I hope to see you again for another in the Artifacts photo shoots. Bye-bye.